Guys, hey beautiful people, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, my name is Tofumi and this is my channel where I teach people how to sew, at least the little knowledge that I have, where we teach ourselves, okay, that's a better word, how we teach ourselves how to sew. My name is Tofumi, like I said earlier. I'm the creative director also of Awelewa, official Awelewa on Instagram and on Facebook. You can follow us on both our social media handles. So guys, I'm going to be sewing this simple and chic dress. So straight to the point, guys. This dress as an half cut. I'm going to be doing an half cut. So we are going to be having an half length cut. Then the lower borders. So the half length is 15 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. I'm going to make it 16 inches. 16 inches all the way. Can you guys see it? I'm going to join this 16 together to make sure that I'm working on a straight line. So I have joined it together. I hope you guys can see it clearly. Yeah. So I'm just trying to check. Our bust measurement is 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give us 9 inches. And 9 inches is plus 2 inches sewing allowance is going to give us 11. What I have here is 11.5, which is absolutely fine. Don't forget, guys, that since the front and the back are different, we are going to be cutting them differently. Like different fabrics, we are going to be cutting them differently just to make it easier for beginners. So we are going to do our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2 is going to give us 7.5. 7.5 here. Then I'm going to do our armhole measurement. I'm going to do the standard 8 inches. Standard of armhole measurement is 8 inches. Then I'm going to measure the bust measurement. That is 9 inches. Trace out 9 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Then at the lower part here, okay, I'm going to trace out the waist measurement. Our waist is 29 inches divided by 4 is 7.25. 7.25, I'm going to measure it out here plus 1 inch for that allowance, and then 2 inches sewing allowance. So that makes it 3 inches that we added to the waist. So I'm just going to connect this line from the bust down to the waist. Yes, from the bust all the way down to the waist. I'm just going to try and join this line all the way down also, so I can form my armhole curve, armhole slope. Yes. Then for our neck width is going to be 3.5 inches. As you can see that the neck of that style is not too wide, so I'm going to make it 3.5 inches. Then the depth is going to be 7 inches because of the style in front. It's going to be 7 inches. Then I'm going to make it 4 inches for the square parts and the remaining 3 inches for the style. So that means that it's going to come straight like this. Just straight like this. And I'm going to take it in by 2 inches and form my style. Just freestyle and come up with something. Just freestyle and come up with something beautiful and nice. So that's it. We have our neck measurements and our neck depth is 7 inches. I used 4 inches for the straight part, and for the curve part I used the remaining inches. Then we took in 7.5 inches for the shoulder measurement. Then from 7.5 inches we took in 8 inches for the armhole curve, took in our bust measurement, added 2 inches sewing allowance, took in our waist measurement and added 3 inches sewing allowance. That is 2 inches sewing allowance, 1 inch dart allowance. So let's cut. So can you guys see the neck? Neck is beautifully cut. It's in shape already. So I'm just going to fold this. I say fold this, and let's cut the lower part for the front before we move to the back. So for the lower part of the front, what we are going to be doing is just simply removing our half length from our full length. The full length of this dress is supposed to be 42 inches. 42 inches minus 15 inches is going to give us 27 inches. 27 inches, you guys will notice that there's a black part. There's a black joint. There's a part where they joint the black fabric at the back to the front. So I'm going to be removing 4 inches for that. So 27 minus 4 inches is going to give us 23 inches. 23 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance is 24. So that's what I'm tracing out. So that means the length of this one is 24 inches. 24 inches. 1 inch sewing allowance. That is 1 inch to join it to the black part, and half inch rather to join it to the black part, and the remaining half inch to join it to the upper part. So let's get to it. Now for the waist measurement, I'm going to do the same thing I did for the upper part. 7.25 plus 1 inch dart allowance and 2 inches sewing allowance to make it 3 inches. Then from the waist to the hip is 8 inches standard. To where the hip starts. Our hip measurement is 38 inches, that is 9.5, plus 2 inches sewing allowance. It's going to give us 11.5. 11.5. Because I want this dress to have a pencil shape and a perfect fit, I'm going to replicate what I have on the waist to the lower part. That is 10.25 on the lower part, just to give us the perfect figure 8. Yes. So I'm just going to cut this part out. Then I'm going to trace out, sorry, not cut out the length. Then I'm going to trace out what's measured. So that's it. This is it for the lower part of the front. Now let's get to the back. The back part of this outfit. So for the back part, what I'm simply going to be doing is just replicating what I have on the front part to the back, place it on it, and trace it out. But don't forget to add your 1 inch zip allowance. And for this, for the back of the black fabric, I'm going to be adding. Remember that we removed 4 inches from the front, so I'm going to be adding 4 inches to the back. I'm going to be adding the 4 inches to the back. Yes, so this is 4 inches, and then this is the zip allowance here. So this is what we have for the back. This is the front and this is the back. So I'm just going to use a chalk to mark the right side of the fabric. Now let's cut the back of the upper part also. Don't forget to add your zip allowance. very, very important. Very, very what's important. And for the back, remember that, okay, I'm just going to trace out this part first before I start doing thin pieces. So for the back, sorry, remember that the front has a pattern, the back doesn't have a pattern. So I'm going to be using 1.5 inches for the depth of the back. I'm going to trace out my 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches, and open up the zip allowance. Okay, so basically that's it about cutting this style. Can you guys see that it's very, very simple? This is the upper bodies and this is the lower parts of the design. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to turn this front part, the part with the Ankara, I'm going to turn it with lining because I want it to be stable and I want it to stand well, very, very durable. But for the back part, I'm not going to be using lining. I'm just going to be using lining for the front part alone. And I'm going to be joining it and turning it, and trust me to show you guys the finished process. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, and drop a comment if you have any requests or any questions or anything you want to see on this channel. And lastly, most importantly, please subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.